So the reality of healing and growth journey is that truth will eventually set you free, and we all heard about that, right? But truth can be very difficult to deal with in the process. What I mean by that is it's going to piss you off. And when you start to embrace your truth and speak your truth, live your truth, what's going to happen? It's likely it's going to piss a lot of people off. That's the reality of the truth and reality of healing, growth, and empowerment journey. And why is that? It is because we are deeply rooted in this idea of, I am good, I'm not good, I'm in a good place, I'm not in a good place. We tend to get very harsh on ourselves because of this conditional mindset. We are constantly punishing ourselves and trying to strive, but not let ourselves be, enjoy enough. And that's something that I'm also learning because, I have to learn to play, but, I'm used to work a lot or having the pressure to do more, constantly. So we've been heavily programmed on our subconscious mind that even though we want to congratulate them or we want to be happy for them, in reality, on an emotional level, on a vibrational level, it's hard because it's pissing me off or it's scaring me. And why does that happen? Why does this trigger is taking place? It's because we don't like people changing when we're not changing. You see, when you are growing and evolving, you're okay when other people are growing and doing their thing and evolving. But when you are staying stuck, or when that's how you feel in your reality, and you feel like someone is flying or, growing and evolving, then you're likely to feel very threatened by that. And that's not going to make you happy because it doesn't make you feel good. And eventually, where it leads to is a lot of fear and hatred. You're not going to like that person because you're going to start to form a lot of assumptions. And especially when you have different opinions about where they are, who they are, what they're choosing, what they're doing to you, how they're interacting with you, that's going to be different from before. It's going to be very difficult for you to take that in when you're not growing at the same rate or you're not trying or going in that direction. Because subconsciously, you are assuming that they don't belong to you anymore. You cannot get a hold of that person or control them. Or they used to fix your emotions. They used to take responsibility for your emotions, or they used to cater to your needs. They used to make own sacrifices and compromises on their own to meet yours. But they're no longer available. And that's going to feel threatening or even triggering you, not liking that person. And that's how it's going to be. And also at the same time, when you constantly compare yourself from where you are with where others are, when you see someone in a place where you have this idea that that's a better place, then when you look at yourself in comparison to that, you're going to see yourself as lesser than, and then you don't like that because it doesn't make you feel good. As simple as that. And that's what you're resonating with. And that's going to create jealousy, envy, which is a same vibrational lower frequency as jealousy, and deeper inside is fear because of that insecurities within yourself. You don't feel good about yourself, you see? And because of this, we are going to hate. You're going to be pissed off, you see? And when someone draws boundaries and they communicate assertively from a place of their own self, you can't do anything to them anymore. You can't manipulate them, you can't control them. So emotional exploitation is something that is very big. When we are in codependent relationships, that's how we used to feed off of each other. And because when we hold a lot of insecurities, we are always goal-oriented. in our mindset, meaning when they don't say or they're being silent, that makes you feel anxious and you're going to do something in order to get a response from them. You see, it's very goal oriented. So it's all about the mind game. And when that takes place, it's going to be difficult to exchange honesty or the truth because you haven't really tapped into your own. You see, so that's how it can trigger you. And actually, when something triggers you, it's also an activation within yourself to awaken to your own truth. But until then, until you break many layers off of your own deceptions, meaning your own bullshit, meaning your own patterns of blaming yourself or blaming other people or judging other people or judging yourself, our own toxicity, or within our family members. Our family members can be very toxic as well. And just because they're family, we used to normalize and we used to accept them. But once you grow and evolve, you're no longer going to tolerate any toxicity and you're going to start drawing boundaries. And when you do that, they're going to be pissed off. You see, that's how it's going to work, because if we're all growing together, it's okay. We hold space for each other, but they don't have that level of consciousness, therefore they can't give you that understanding, or they're not going to have the level of or the depth of understanding that what you're talking about or where you're coming from, you see. And so that's just how it is. But deep down, you may still have that love for that person, right? Love for the situation. But that doesn't change anything, because you now realize your truth. And so unless there's another truth coming that you're resonating with, it's just simply you're no longer resonating with deception anymore when you're in truth, you see, and you will be able to see through deceptions. Why? Because you have went into your layers of your own deceptions, the deep layers. So that's why we can only understand and see something that we went deep inside within ourselves first. Otherwise, we can't understand where they're coming from or have the level of consciousness or depth of understanding. And this doesn't mean that person is more advanced than you or not. It's just is. Everyone is on a unique journey. So I just wanted to remind you this, though, to honor where you are, honor your journey. And if you are feeling lean towards comparing yourself, and which you could fall into many times, allow yourself to do that, but at the same time, pull yourself out of it right back and get back to your center. And that's how you grow. You're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're going to be like, oh, I realize I see the truth now. But then, no, but it still pisses me off, right? That's how the process is going to be like. So I want you to stay strong as much as possible. You could go into that place of fear, hatred, anxiety, insecurity, but you can also come back to your center and then go back and forth. And as you go back and forth, when you hold that memory, remind yourself constantly, that's how you're progressing. That's how you're going to go near your truth, where you are able to honor and allow others' truth as well. So I hope this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.